Mr. Steve Lawler, normally we're stalking you at a space opening or a closing.
Yes, and this time I welcome you to my home.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us here tonight.
No problem.
In your Ibiza pad.
Yeah.
Is it nice to have an Ibiza pad?
Yeah, it is, because it's somewhere to. Every time I'm on the island, it's like I'm at home. Yeah. Like Ibiza's always been like a second home to me, so it's important for me to live here.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Ibiza, how's 2010 been in general on the island? You've done obviously We Love.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, I've been here every 2 weeks, so the summer's gone really quickly for me. Because when you come here every 2 weeks, like all of a sudden, it's like towards the end of September, and it's like, wow, the summer's gone again. Like, if you live here, it kind of
chugs along.
Chugs along nicely, but when you come in and out, it goes so quickly.
Has there been anything different with the We Love crew this year to previous years? Is there, the shows have been different, productions have been different?
No, I mean, it's pretty much, they've pretty much stuck to their formula. They've introduced some new acts like Joris Vaughan and having Alphax Twin on their closing parties. I personally think is huge. I know that Mark, the main sort of promoter behind We Love now, is a huge fan of Alphax Twin. So I know for him, it's a personal, a massive achievement. So, the thing is about We Love, and I've always said this about them, is they absolutely love, eat and breathe what they do. Yep. So it comes from the heart. Well, I respect anybody that does anything for the right reasons. So.
And where else on the island? Of course, you did the Wonderland opening over the other side of the island.
I did for my mate Pete. Yeah. I mean, I haven't played in San Antonio for many years, but when Pete, I've heard about Pete's night, and I've heard it's been doing well, and he's had some great guests down there and perform. Right from obviously Brian Ferry to Lucian and Dubfire and Mandy. He's gone right across the board. So really musically. Pete is sort of, as always, an ambassador of electronic music, and that's kind of what Wonderland is, I see. It's not about any particular style of music, it's just about, Pete has always been behind electronic music, the commercial side and the underground side. Yeah. So I really respect what he's doing, and when he asked me to do it, of course, I jumped at it.
Well, then that brings me to VIVa Music. I mean, it's something that was obviously created with that vision in mind.
Well, the whole point of VIVa was simply, first and foremost, to get behind new talent and what I thought was good music. I've been touring for years, and as a DJ, you always get past a lot of unsigned material, and some of it was just like, wow, this stuff is amazing. And I kind of get excited by getting that track, speaking to the artist, putting the record out, watching the artist's career grow. I mean, I've been behind some DJs' careers, and I'm really happy to have seen them done well. I'm not saying that it's solely down to me, because nothing is ever down to one thing. It's always a combination of things, but I've been a part of that, and I get a lot from that. And having the label is a way of finding new music, getting behind it and getting it out there to the masses. If I hear a track and I think it's amazing and I think this producer's really talented, a new guy that we signed, Leon, as soon as I heard his music and heard his DJ sets, I was like, this guy is hugely talented, and I want people to hear him. And so, you have to take this guy, put him on your agency, put him on your gigs to get him in front of big audiences, and put his music out, bring in known producers that have followers and get them to remix his product to get his music out to bigger audiences. So the whole program for me with VIVa is about just supporting new talent and getting new music out there. If I find something I believe in, then I want to use whatever methods I can to get it to an audience.
And well, just linking back to what you said before, I mean, what keeps you inspired and what keeps you doing what you're doing is this fresh music, and the new ideas and the young talent coming up and all the great stuff that's coming through.
Yeah.
What about sorry, go.
I was just saying, the drive for me is new. That's what drives me. Is what excites me. Is new music, new talent.
What about new technology? There's all so much.
Yeah, I mean,
from vinyl to this to that.
It took me a while. I switched over from vinyl, I think 4 years ago now, and I still buy records as it goes, and I still keep records. I still collect them because I'm a vinyl junkie. I have tens of thousands of vinyl in my loft. It's insane. But obviously for a travelling DJ now, it becomes almost impossible to travel with records. So I think technology has made our lives easier, for one.
Yeah.
You know, we can travel without having to check in 2 boxes of records, and you know, all our music is on our computer. But it's also enhancing your performance. I mean, you can pretty much create your own music on the spot in the mix live. So it's kind of taking DJing to that next level, which of course it's new and I support it and I think it's great. I'm nowhere near as advanced with technology as someone like Richie is, because I think he has been mainly focused on that and he's done amazing. I'm just trying to keep up with it almost. a part of me wants to, if there's a good record there, I want to leave it how it is. But then another part of me sometimes wants to, you know, elaborate on that record and make it a little different and more unique. And that's kind of, I use the technology I have to enhance more than change at this point.
You've been using the new mixer, the new Pioneer 2000 mixer. How's that?
It's great. I was speaking. Yeah, it's been brilliant actually. I love using the trackpad in the middle. I use it for the sampler, and I'm actually using it quite a lot when I'm in the mix now, because you can sort of drop in these weird sounds and weird loops and mess around with them in the middle of a drop and things like this, which is what I'm using it for. But I'm interested to see where that can go, and I spoke to Pioneer about, you know, being able to load more things into this and being able to load things into it freely that you can bring from the studio and load into this and use the trackpad in that way.
Busy times.
Yeah, busy times, good
Fun
times.
times,
yeah.
Good times. We've got you in Ibiza. We might have you all summer next year.
Yeah, who knows.
And thanks for having us.
My pleasure.
Get over onto the glass of vino.
Yes.
We'll see you tonight at We Love.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I'm closing.
Cool.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks.